What is the value of a feature of a press article? You see your competitors, they get featured, talked about in newspapers and magazines, and you wonder how they do it? This is what we're talking about in this episode. Bonjour, hello everyone. I'm Nata, host of the Nata PR School podcast. You're a successful entrepreneur or marketing manager and you're about to launch a new product or service? Or you've been selling your goods for quite some time, but you want to learn how to increase your visibility, get known, and reach more clients? At Nata PR, we deal with real clients every day, and we'll teach you simple, fun, and honest PR solutions. You'll learn easy steps to combine PR to social media right now. Keep listening, and let's get started. Bonjour, hello, and welcome to the Nata PR School podcast, episode 243. Welcome, my PR friends. So what is the true value of a feature? You know, those press article, when a journalist is writing a piece about you, what is the true value? If you've listened to my previous episode, you know I'm here to help you rethink what you might seem like business expenses, what you see as expenses regarding advertising, marketing, coaching, public relations, social media, and more. Let's say you see all of these as expenses instead of seeing all of these promotion or, these what you think are expenses. If you start thinking about those as investment in your business. Yes, because I do invest heavily in Nata PR, and I continue to do so every year. Why? Because this is what keeps me move forward. I have new idea, new inspiration. I solve problems sometimes. I pay for my own visibility sometimes. So yes, I do invest in my business, and I wanted to discuss with you the value of an article. What's the true value of a press review? When a journalist chooses to talk about you, it's such a privilege. And I remind my clients that when a journalist chooses to talk about you, this is a privilege because we can't force them to do that, especially if we don't pay them. So it's not an advertorial. So if an expert isn't paid by you, of course, they are employed by their newspaper or magazine, but you don't pay them. It has such a huge value because then there's someone else talking about you, someone talking about how amazing your product is. So this is what we call organic because you haven't paid the journalist or the influencer who decides to talk about you. We call it also earned media. If you work with a PR agency, you'll hear. So that's the difference with earned and paid, organic and paid. So earned and organic, no money exchange. Here, you haven't paid this journalist who has decided to write a whole piece on you. So in some markets, the value of such a feature is still measured against publicity, the value of publicity. I'm going to give you an example. Let's say this review, this article is a full page in Elle magazine. I'm just making it up. So let's say if you would have paid an ad, if you would have bought this space, in this case, you didn't. It's the journalist and the magazine that decided to give you this space. So if you would have paid for it, let's say it's $10,000, the value of a page in your market. So the PR standards would advise us to multiply the value by 3. So the 10,000 value is 30,000. I remember doing reports like this back in the days. Today we do it differently, but that's for this topic of the podcast of what's the value of a feature. I think it's a great example. So $30,000, because the impact of an organic article is far greater than an ad. So far greater than that of an ad. In certain markets, the value is sometimes multiplied by 6, or I even saw 10. So the $10,000 paid page, they would say, well, this has such a great value because it's such a great magazine, so we multiply it by 10. I've seen it in some markets. So your $10,000 page is worth $100,000. Actually, it has such a high value because you cannot buy something like that, right? So having someone, a middle person, let's say, such as a journalist, speak about you without payment is invaluable. It has such a high value. You can't really put a number to it, but we did because we wanted to calculate ROI, return on investment. So we did. So the effects of an article, of a feature, there are many, and I'm going to name you just a few. I have a list of, I have 10. So the first one of these advantages is that it gives you instant credibility. A feature in a credible media outlet acts as a stamp of validation. It's granting you authority that no ad, it's giving you like this professional seal that no ad can match. This is why big companies still always have a PR component in their marketing plan. They work with PR agencies because of that, because they know that it brings them credibility, builds confidence among their consumers. So that's number one. Number two, it's free, powerful visibility. Unlike ads, you're not paying for space. This is what we're talking about here. But impact can be tenfold if the article is well targeted. Number three, it has a long-lasting effect, what we call the evergreen, right? Sometimes it's there online forever. I've had some clients that came to us, they're like, oh my God, we haven't done PR, but we still have clients come because they still find us online, they still find this article about us. So this is extremely powerful for that. Number three. Number four, digital word of mouth. Really powerful too. So sometimes published articles are often shared on social media or featured in newsletters. It happens very often when magazines, for example, talk about some of our clients and they put them in their newsletter. They talk about our clients on their social media platforms. So that's amazing. It's great for your SEO boost. Number five, SEO boost. Mentions in high authority media improve your Google search rankings. It does. This is also what digital marketing experts try to do, and they know it's difficult. So this is what we do. This is our bread and butter. So they love working with PR agencies when they understand what we do. Number six, reusable content. Published articles can be repurposed across various communication tools. We're talking about it a little bit. You can use it on your website, email signature, social media, and different presentations. So see how powerful. You're not going to do that with an ad. So reusable content, number six. Remember number one, instant credibility. Two, free, powerful visibility. Three, long-lasting effect. Four, digital word-of-mouth power, SEO boost. Number six, reusable content. Number seven, I mentioned it a little earlier, trust generator for your clients and investors. If you want to sell your company, depending on your goal. So having journalists talk about you brings you trust, especially if there are many products in your category. Let's say you have many competitors. If they've heard about you, they've seen you, they read about you. I know that in the car industry it was really important to have all these journalists write about new cars because it has such a powerful effect on consumers. That's a good example. So, number eight, access to new audiences too. Media outlets often reach different audiences than your own channels. That's really interesting to think about that. Number nine, the media snowball effect. I love that when it happens. One publication can attract others, right? Creating a domino effect. So very often journalists rely on previously published material to uncover new topics. They don't want to be the last one to talk about something sometimes, especially if it's new. So then you have this snowball effect. It's so much fun when it happens. Number 10, qualitative fame measurement. So though hard to quantify, you can though. The impact of an article can often be measured by increased website visits. You have more subscription. You have more requeries. I know we see it every single day, even for the agency. So if you ever decide to invest in our program where I teach you how to get featured for free, so just one article will worth more than your investment in the program. You see where I'm going? And plus, you'll gain so much knowledge. You'll understand PR better than anyone out there. So you'll be knowledgeable. You understand what it is. So when you have a lot of money that you can hire an agency, you know what to ask them. So how to get featured for free, just one article, and it's worth, because my program is 2005. So see, it's easy to get your money back with this program. So voila. So you have any questions, you want to know more about PR, and if PR is for you, reach out, nata@natapr.com. I do answer all my emails, and more than anything, I hope you'll be joining me maybe for our Get Featured for Free. Our program, will open the door soon, beginning of August 2025. So stay put. I'll announce it soon. And hopefully you'll be joining me for this next podcast in 2 weeks. Hey, you want to learn more about how to implement PR strategies? Head on to natapr.com and get on our list. You will also receive the Nata PR model on how to create a successful PR campaign. If you want to become a client, just send us an email to nata@natapr.com. Talk to you next week. À la semaine prochaine.